Hello. There's a little sample of my spray. That's basically like, you can see it. There's small amounts of it. But I'm probably gonna get more of these. December 24th, 2025. And I'm still on the grind of becoming a almost a strong 15-year-old. But in the next 4.5 months, I mean, I got bulk more. Feel me? I got bulk more. I gotta use those two dumbbells to actually get my strength back.
Which in a long time it will.
But I got speak quiet because my grandparents are sleeping upstairs. Ah! I mean to scare you there. But there's 8 more days until 2026. And what are you guys gonna do in the New Year's? Starting New Year's revolution, or becoming a real YouTuber that who makes money until in their 20s? Because starting the same age as I am, I'm starting to fall apart. Um, Side note, does this haircut kind of remind you something of Chris Cornell? I don't know, Chris kind of had more thick hair, but my hair is quite thick. But I do know, since my hair is quite thick, then I think it looks good because it's
Thick.
because it's real thick. But you guys know, because of the reference, I kind of remind myself of Chris Cornell, which Chris Cornell was 6'2". That's how tall he was before. Who knows about his death? Only if knew he died a week after my 6th birthday, in May 18th, 2017, at his apartment, which I'm not gonna include in that because you gotta talk to someone that you love. Anyway, we're not getting into that because we're not getting age restricted, so or flagged as a YouTube, because YouTube usually get on my butt sometimes. Pause. But yeah. Which that makes sense because YouTube always does that sometimes, so I'm not gonna put YouTube in this conversation. But yeah. Water. Drink as much water as you can before GTA 6. And eat lean, which right now I'm going on a bulk diet of eating a lot and bulk more because I got bulk. Bulk means fasting, eating a lot of calories, burn the fat while working out, sleep a lot, between 8 to 10 hours, if more or less. Sorry if I'm breathing too hard. And also eat more. Burn that fat, or do anything that describes as bulking. And then do that, repeat, and then until become the world's strongest woman or men. I don't know how that works. Depends on genetics. If your genetics are good, excuse me. But yeah, that is that little story behind that. My favorite YouTube of 2025 into 2026, Simon Brea. Simon Brea. And that's the YouTuber I'm going to watch until the day I die. Which I don't know. He's 24. Okay, I know his age. Duh. You guys gonna think me as a creep? I'm weird. You guys are weird too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm weird, and you guys are weird. Because sorry about that. I just want to include anyone has a good Christmas tomorrow. You visit your family, your friends, anyone, your dog, your parent, cat, anyone, rats, any pet you think you want for Christmas. Tell your parents before any. Well, I think you already told your parents because tomorrow's Christmas. But I'm basically not having a good Christmas. That was my a little sad story behind this. So I went to my dad's 2 days ago, right? I visited my dad a day ago, not 2 days ago, but a day ago. And as soon as I went to my dad, I realized I was looking around the room, but my dad was, somehow looking straight at me. And that's between the relationship between me and my dad, my father. And the fun thing is, he was enjoying himself. Well, pause. But once a father wants to look at their son at the hospital, right now like this, and looking like at you right here, and he was doing that. He was doing that because the relationship that is with my dad. How crazy is that? How crazy is that with my dad who looking at me because the relationship is between me and him. And that's a fun little story to talk about tomorrow. But until then, have a good life with your parents. You know, um, I think I told this story multiple times, but between with my family and sometimes with my friends, it doesn't really go well. Until then, you have a good family, a good relationship with your parents, your brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunts, grandparents, uncles, whoever. Some of your great grandparents. But I was quite a bit lucky if I met 2 times with my great grandma, my mom's grandma, Hazel. Hazel is my great grandma, but this story belongs back in I would say in the early 90s to the late 80s. So one time, my great grandma, I think she was in her car or walking, and somehow I think she was in a car and she crashed. And I believe no. No, she was walking, not driving. She was walking. So, you know how those roads are, like this. Well, however, my great grandma was walking, and then this one of the sidewalks, like where those restaurants, buildings were, houses, whatever. And then she was walking, and then this car came up to her, and suddenly, the car crashed into her, and she, flew how many yards away, and it ended so badly that she had broken bones, like a head injury, trauma. It was bad. But my mom heard that when she was a lot younger, in elementary school. And she saw that happen of the bad news that Hazel was in a bad crash. Until then, she had no idea what's going on because she was young. She was in second or third grade. However, at one time, they brought her to the hospital, and everything was situated. And I think she, gone to the emergency room, the ER, and then I think one of the principals or teachers called her into the office saying that, my mom needs to go home early because her grandma was crashed. Not crashed. Oh my god, I forgot. Do you hate those moments where you trying to say something but you forgot the word that you're trying to say? Man, oh my god. It happens all the time whenever I'm in a conversation with whoever. But that time was so crazy that her impact or whoever impact was, my great grandma, Hazel. And it was so bad that she had almost broken bones everywhere in her body. And she was small too. She was a small lady, small woman. And I think, in fact, she was in her 70s, I believe. Wait, no, in her 60s. I think she was in her early or mid 60s, late 60s, going on in her 70s. But I think she was born in 1926. And I think all those years, I think she passed away in the 2010s because I met her a couple of times before she passed away. And I'm honored to meet my great grandma. After all those years of suffering and, pain she caused. And the situation that happened on my mom's side, which my mom's side was crazy. Like crazy. Like everything happened at once, basically, because how messed up my mom's side is. But however, my mom's side, tells a lot. So once my great grandpa Frank was in the Vietnam War, and he went to war, and I think once that war started, and I think the war started, the Vietnam War. I think it was like over 100 years, I believe. But however, my great grandpa went to the war, right? And I think those few years, he came back to the U.S., came home, and let his, sons, daughters, watch them grow up to move out of the house. And once time, in the late 60s, mid-late 60s, everything had gone down. So Frank abused my grandma. I can't say the R word because, I might get canceled or flagged because of a few freaking YouTubers here. Okay. So exactly that moment forward, he messed up her left shoulder, her left arm right here. It was so severe that she had trauma because she was so young. She was about 17 when that happened. You guys are gonna comment down. I believe it was in 68. So 1968, my grandma was about to turn 18, about to graduate high school. I don't know. And and uh and after those years, everything kind of gone downhill. Plus, in the 70s and 80s, Marty, my grandmother, Marty was a piece of crap. I really even liked her. I really even liked her that the point that I basically hate her because how much my mom's side really, it's like it's hate, but 1% love and 99% hate. Just because all those things happened since Frank did that. And my great grandmother was almost killed just because of that car crash. How insane was that? In fact, that was 40 years ago. Almost 40 years ago. I wasn't even alive. My dad was almost in middle school. It was crazy. It was crazy that it was so severe. But my mom's side was crazy. I doubt that. And somehow, like, I don't know, starting of this year, my uncle, Jason, had stage 4 cancer. Stage 3 or stage 4 cancer. And that this year sucked. And even then, everything has gone downhill since then. And plus with my dad too. My dad's still in the hospital for almost 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. I'm serious. 1 month. And it's his 4th week. I'm counting as 1 month. Because he had multiple strokes. About 5 strokes. And once a few weeks. In that matter of few weeks. Because how many strokes he had. Not even 10. Not even 7. But 5 strokes he had. My dad almost could have died. I could have been depressed. I could have been sad. And if my uncle Jason could have died, I'd be sad too. I wouldn't have the best year ever. More like a depressing year. Because all the things have changed over the year. Plus you guys have my support. And I support you guys too. Whenever you're watching, viewer, I support you. I love you as a viewer. And as a friend too. No homo. But I thank you guys for the support. I'm dead serious. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the things that everything happened, just like Ozzy Osbourne, was it Ace Frehley from Kiss, and that former band member from Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne. Anyone that died this year, rest in peace. Hope you guys have fun in heaven. You know, it's truly made. Well, it's not amazing. It's not. You just can't say that. I can't just say that. It's terrible. Horrible. But the things that pain caused to the world is complete massacre. And the friends at school had drama fights too. Like they're throwing hands. I've never seen someone throw hands before. But only once in a lifetime I see someone throw hands ever. But after all those stories, but my mom's side has a lot. I'm talking about thousands of stories. things that happened all those years ago. And I'm the only son in the family. Well, I have a couple cousins, one brother, one sister, one older brother, one older sister who's 25, going on 26, and my brother turning 22 next month. And me going on 15 next 4.5 months. Can't you see? Can't you just see it straight through your mind? That's all. You can really think about it until you think now. And that goes on for you guys and me and the rest of my family that I truly, truly support. But since all my uncle, my father, and my mom is, I would say, I love my mom, but sometimes she's, I support. If you're watching this, Mom, I love you. I support you. But I'm sorry that your brother, our uncle, my uncle, I'd say that he's truly amazing uncle. And I love him. I love him as a best friend. I love him as anyone in the world that deserves support. But the chemo he has gone through the next couple months, and the last couple months that he's gone through chemo, and his hairs start to fall off because he has cancer. Cancer can really do that, and cancer is most common for the whole world. Like you can, and plus, my sister's zodiac sign is Cancer. June 25th, 2000. And my sister might have cancer because she's a Cancer. Maybe early on, she might have cancer because she's a Cancer. But my uncle is also a Cancer too. I couldn't really understand why, because some people have cancer, but they really have cancer because they're a Cancer. But I'm a Taurus, so I'm all good. I might have a stroke, I might have a cancer, but that's not until later on in my life. But if you're a Cancer or any zodiac sign, if you're a you might have some, you might have Pisces, Sagittarius, Libra. I still support you no matter what. Aries, any zodiac sign, I still support you. Okay. Plus, if you're Taurus like me, I still support you. Even though if I'm still good looking, no homo. But if I'm still good looking with my hairstyle right now, I look good. I'm chilling. I'm chilling as a villain. You know that. But, however, those stories, still belong to the past, no matter what. But the past still be the past. The past should be the past. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. But I guess we reached 700 subscribers. Thank you. Stay motivated. Hashtag stay jacked mentally for 2025. Better change for 2026 because 2026 is next week. And did I just toot? Did I just fart? I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. Excuse me. I still have a pass. I'm not really, look at those, I barely even uploaded this summer. Maybe maybe just like a despite slash like sad person. That's alright. We can still explode. We can still explode together as a true fam. And the subscribers I'm out, like I still have a lot over the past year and a half, almost 2 years. Wow. But until then, you guys have a safe Christmas. If you're gonna travel anywhere, congratulations. That's between you and your parents or anyone you love. And I'm gonna be here with you guys tomorrow. And no matter almost 30 minutes of yapping, I'm sorry, but I don't give a crap at all because I want to, spend time with you guys, talk with you guys. You can comment whatever, I don't care. But if it's like really important or like anything, I still support it, or I might laugh at it. I'm gonna leave a heart and like for you guys because who cares? Who cares, bro? Anyway, you guys have a safe Christmas, and there's also 8 more days until 2026. And today is the 24th, which is today's a Christmas Eve, or I would say 7.5, like depending on the time. But anyways, see you guys later. Peace. Oh, I forgot to press on record.